Anyone over the age of 25 will still remember the chatroom craze of the late 90s to early 2000s. No real names, no pictures. We had little to no way of knowing if the person we talked to was the one they pretended to be. Of course, even today, people can fake their entire life online. But nothing gave quite the thrill, like talking to a complete stranger with only some ominous username. But with that anonymity came a great danger. While we could contain that danger by making ourselves anonymous and not telling the other person who or where we are, some people took their online encounters into the real world. And for some unfortunate souls, it ended deadly. Let's talk about it. Between 2008 and 2009, a man known online as Riddick300 was chatting with over 100 women in a German chat room called Knuddels. And Riddick didn't just chat with them. He met over 60 in real life to have sex with them. What these 60 women didn't know was that the man they were meeting was dangerous. Very dangerous. Riddick300's real name was Christian. He was 27 and he jumped from one low-income job to another. He lived half his youth in orphanages because his mother couldn't take care of him and instead just gave birth to more and more children. He failed the 4th grade and left school in the 8th. When he was home with his parents, he had to watch his father beat his mother. It went so far that Christian's dad dragged him out of bed at night so he could watch him torment his mother. Christian loved the internet. He spent most of his youth on the computer, trying to escape reality. He didn't know a lot, but he somehow learned the perfect way to manipulate women through the countless chat rooms he spent his time in, to give him exactly what he wanted: sex. It was a beautiful Sunday morning when Christian logged into his Knuddels account. There he started chatting with a user by the name of Sunshine Reggie. The person behind Sunshine Reggie was Regina, 39, and mother of 4 children. Regina liked Christian. That became apparent very quickly. And when she asked him if he was single and he told her yes, she became overjoyed. What she didn't know was that Christian was lying. He wasn't single. He wasn't looking for a serious relationship or love. He wanted sex, and he knew just what to say to get it. But Regina didn't know any of that. The two continued chatting, and within 1.5 hours, Regina was already confessing a love for him. And while Regina thought she found love, Christian had her exactly where he wanted her. After she confessed her love, he asked her if she was alone. After she told him that she wouldn't have her kids again for another 14 days, he asked her if she had a digital camera. When she again said yes, he talked into taking naked pictures of herself to send to him. And Regina did it. They agreed to meet on the 7th of June, and meet they did. One day later, on the 18th, a dog walker found Regina's body on the edge of a field, right by an interstate road. She was wearing a white tracksuit. Her yellow shirt and a jacket were both shoved up to her breasts. Regina was found with 26 stab wounds, 12 in the back and 14 in the chest. The pathologist also noted light strangulation marks. What killed her, though, was only one of the stab wounds in her back. The rest, the pathologist noted, seemed more like a sadist having fun. What Regina didn't know before she died was that the police were already looking for Riddick300, or Roseboy as he called himself in other chat rooms. Only 2 days before Regina died, the police had found another body. Jessica was only 26 when she met Riddick online. The young woman was struggling with her own demons, and she jumped from man to man. She wanted to be close to someone without being close to them, and the internet was perfect for that. She met Christian in another chat room, and they agreed to meet. The last time she was seen alive was on a security camera. Her and Christian were in a bank picking up cash. Her body was found weeks later, in a field, again. When the police arrested Christian, they found her dried blood still on one of his shoes. What exactly happened to Jessica, we will never know. When the police arrested him, he only stated that he remembers being angry and pushing a knife to her neck. What happened to Regina, the police managed to piece together. Her and Christian spent the entire 17th together in her apartment. They watched horror movies, they talked, they smoked, and they had sex. Regina even made him a steak dinner. What she didn't know, but the court later hears, is that this man is very likely psychotic and couldn't tell the difference between reality and fantasy. At around midnight, Regina left her apartment to take her dachshund out for a walk. What she didn't know was that Christian was following her with a knife he picked up in her kitchen. He followed her into a dark path and stabbed her 26 times. Once she was dead, he carved crosses into her chest and her hands. He left her body, but returned to her apartment, where he took everything of value: her camera, her computer, her PlayStation. Then he drove home and continued chatting with women online and on his phone, telling them he loved them, as he had been doing the entire day he had been with Regina. The police found him very quickly after that. When they arrested him, he told them that Regina tried to blackmail him. She allegedly told him she would go to the police and tell them that he raped her if he didn't give her 400 euros. And he made sure to empathize that she threatened to badmouth him in the chat rooms. During the interrogation, he became more and more manic. At some point, he scribbled on a piece of paper that he saw Jesus when he followed Regina that night, and that it was Jesus that told him to kill her. Once the trial started, none of that mattered anymore. And even though his lawyer tried to blame the two victims for being too naive, The judge ruled that Christian would spend the rest of his life in prison. So what do you think? Was prison a fair sentence, or should he have gone into a psychiatric hospital? Let me know what you think down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again in my next video. And don't forget, stay vigilant online. You never truly know who you're talking to.